Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in tonight to No Breaks TV. We are here broadcasting for the Maritime iRacing League tonight. These boys are going to be putting in 100 laps tonight at Five Flag Speedway. It's a half-mile, four-turn track. It is the Wholesale Direct Used Cars 100, and brought to you as well by New Beginnings Vape. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a pretty big field tonight. Looks like we've got 23 cars on the track. We will be going green here shortly. On the pole, the 00 Stephen Matthews. Outside, Mike Alexander. Matthew Barkhouse qualified third. Ricky Arbo qualified fourth. Fifth is Jake Goodwin. Sixth is Cal Boudreaux. Seventh is David Cassidy. Eighth, John Fitzpatrick. Ninth, Keith Mack in the 22. And 10th, Sam Rogers in the 12. Mark White running the 79, qualified 11th, with Ashton Tucker in the 32, qualified 12th. Carson Olive in the 108, qualified 13th. And Jay Lango, qualified 14th. And we are green flag here out at Five Flag Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. And our leader, once again, just like last week, the 00 Stephen Matthews jumps out to a huge lead going into turn 3. Coming out of turn 3 for our P will lead our first lap. Second and third place cars are side by side right now, battling together. These boys are getting pretty aggressive early, looks like, James. Ladies and gentlemen. So we're starting to get lined up. Get their tires underneath them. We'll see how these guys are going to be able to pass in these short tracks. It's tough to pass on a lot of these tracks that we go here, especially at Five Flags. It is a bottom groove through the corners for sure. So somebody makes his mistake, gets tight and pushes up, that's going to leave the door open for somebody else to get by. Try to jump through the field for you. As we go by, we have just completed lap 5. Our leader is still the 00 Stephen Matthews. Looks like we got a battle for the lead coming out of turn 4. The 00 pushes up. That leaves the door open for the 15 of Mike Alexander to push his way through to the bottom. They are side by side out of turn 2, coming into turn 3. Looks like that 15 is going to have the spot coming out of turn 4 unless the 00 can hold on to it. And we have a new leader as we cross the start-finish line. That is Jason Alexander, ladies and gentlemen, in the Mike Alexander in the 15 car. Right behind him, the 20 system, Matthew Barkhouse, is able to hold the 00 Matthew Stewart on the outside as well and take over second position. So we've got a change in the top 3 positions right now. Running fourth, looks like we have currently Jake Goodwin in the 24, Ricky Arbo in the 61, currently running 5th. And that was quick, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, our leaders are coming up to start catch some lap traffic. Looks like the first car they're going to pick up on is the 01 of Don Steves. Don moves his car up to the high side, gives plenty of room for these lead lap cars coming through, and he'll pick up the throttle, get back going down the backstretch, and find his place in line. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, these cars are ripping around this track at about 16.5 seconds per lap. Pretty doggone fast. We're seeing some top speeds coming in there of about 145 to 150 miles into the turns off these straightaways. Pretty quality group of drivers we got here at the MIRL Racing League, ladies and gentlemen. It's Maritime iRacing League. Well, these guys are every single one, 100% of these drivers are all located in Eastern Canada in one of the 5 provinces. So all these guys, it's pretty late night for them right now. They started out this race at 9:15 local time, their time, and they're getting after it right away here. So we are here over broadcasting in 1080p. I'm hoping you're enjoying the races. You're seeing it right now. Make sure you go through our No Breaks page. Give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and you'll get indications of when we're going to be broadcasting here in the near future. Looks like the most exciting challenge on the racetrack right now is the 0-0. 0-0 of Matthews is able to move under Barkhouse. Barkhouse holds onto it out of turn 4, but Barkhouse is up on the high side, and Matthews has been able to move his way to the bottom, so it's just a matter of time. We'll see if Barkhouse can hold on to that position, second place. On the high side, looks like a second groove developing. Matthew Barkhouse has been able to hold off the 0-0 at this point, no problem. That's given the opportunity to 15 of Mike Alexander to pull away. Last time by, ladies and gentlemen, this time by the start-finish line, we have Mike Alexander in the lead, followed by Matthew Barkhouse. Stephen Matthews in the 0-0s running third. Going through the field, Jake Goodwin's running fourth in the 24. Right behind him, Ricky Arbo in the 61, followed by Kyle Boudreau in the 64. Looks like he's going to be moving up, get some challenge from Keith Mack in the 22. The 13 of David Cassidy is currently running 7th last time by. John Fitzpatrick in the 78 is running 8th. Ashton Tucker in the 32 is running 12th. Or, excuse me, 10th. It's like right now back here in the middle of the pack, we got a pretty decent battle going on. Looks like the... Apologize there for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. My mic cut out on me. I got it all set up. We're back now. I appreciate your patience with that. So here we go, back to green flag racing. Looks like the leaders are going to try to make their way through some lap traffic. They've gone through a couple guys already, but they're looks like you've got 2 cars 1 lap down at this time as the 13 drives in hard into turn 3. He's going to have to get on the brake before he doesn't get to the bumper of the 64. Quickly going by, ladies and gentlemen. These laps are ticking off quickly. We're just getting ready to go by, and we'll be running lap 30 of 72, so we're just about halfway home. In another 6 laps, these guys will be 50% of the way through this race, and we've seen some pretty solid driving so far. No spins, no cautions, nobody getting into each other. These guys have been doing one heck of a job of racing tonight. Looks like right now in the back of the field we got the 32 trying to get underneath the 78 to take away that position. That battle is for 8th position. 78. The 78 of John Fitzpatrick was able to hold off the 32, and now he'll dive it into the bottom in turn 3 to try to get underneath the 64 of Kyle Boudreau. He does pick up that spot on the exit of turn 4. It's like that 78 is ready to start going. John Fitzpatrick has moved his way up to 7th position. Now he sets his sight on the number 22 of Keith Mack will be the next car. He's going to be able to challenge for a position. He's got a little bit of work to do to get there, but won't be long. He'll be up in there battling for that 6th place position as well. Coming back to our leaders, ladies and gentlemen, we still have the lead done by the number 15 of Mike Alexander as he's going to bring us by here. Lead lap 35 of the 100 lap race. We're going to have currently 66 total laps to go. It's like Matthews in the 00. Stephen Matthews wants a little bit of Matthew Burkhouse. Or Stephen Matthews and Matthew Barkhouse got a little bit of a battle going on right now for 3rd place position. The 00 wants the 26, just doesn't want to give it up. Looks like the 15 got slowed up a little bit by lap traffic. That opens the door for the 26 and the 00 to get right up to his bumper. Like right now, Mike Alexander is setting his sights on that number 87 of Danny Chisholm. He is currently the next car to go 1 lap down, and there they go. They got 2 more cars in front of them to go fight for it. So those top three cars will have a little bit of open track to work with right now. While the 24 of Jake Goodwin does what he can to get by the 87 as well and join those top 3 cars. Looks like the 00 Stephen Matthews has been able to get that door opened up on the exit of 2 and come up underneath the 26 of Matthew Barkhouse, and he'll make the pass coming out of turn 4 and take away that 2nd place position as the 26 tries to fight back on the high side going into turn 1 and 2 on exit. He's got a little momentum coming down the back stretches. These guys go into turn 3 at 140 miles an hour side by side. They touch doors coming out of turn 4. They are still side by side. The 00, looks like 00 Stephen Matthews just moved down there on the inside going into turn 1. Gave 26 a spot. Figured it's just a little too early to start racing that hard with just over 58 laps left to go. Ladies and gentlemen, one of these drivers I want to highlight tonight for you all here in the MIRL League, the number 79 of Mark White. I asked them guys a little while ago. Seems like he's got some pretty good sense of humor. I asked these guys for a little bit of bios on each other so I could bring them up during the race. Well, looks like Mark J. White is from the Playboy Mansion, actual Fredericton. Never won a race, never finishes top 5, drinks too many beers, but I have a blast racing these cats. Sponsors of Progressive Motorsports and the name of my team. No sponsors because I suck. Mark J. White, pretty doggone good sense of humor. I like that bio, my friend. Look forward to watching you. Hopefully we can get you up here one of these days and get an interview with you, and we can have a little bit of fun going back and forth on the radio. As we come back to racing, we got a little bit of a battle going on there between the 78 and the 87. The 87 belongs to Danny Chisholm. He's doing whatever he can to stay on the lead lap or stay as far up on the lead lap as or the lap down cars as he can. He's racing pretty hard with these boys, trying to get by the 89 right now. So pretty good battle going on throughout this racetrack. We got some guys that are lap down, but they're still fast. They're not just giving it away either when it comes time to the leaders or lead lap cars coming by. So we got a pretty good battle going up front right now as well between Stephen Matthews and Matthew Barkhouse. They are going at it again, ladies and gentlemen, side by side, turn after turn. Some pretty exciting racing going on, giving each other plenty of room. Looks like Stephen Matthews is able to take over the 2nd place position. In the meantime, that's given the 15 to Michael Alexander an opportunity to move pick up a pretty good chunk of lead while these guys are back there battling, going around between cars. Now also joining that battle, looks like the 24 the 24 Jake Goodwin. He's up there trying to battle as he touches doors with the 99 car coming down off the corner. 24 loses a little bit of momentum. He was just getting ready to challenge Matthew Barkhouse for that third place position, but it looks like he's going to have to regroup. And we've got one car spinning on the track. That looks like to be Mark White. No caution on the track. It looks like we're going to keep going green. He's been able to right his car and get it moving. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we get everything sorted out here, these boys are still running some pretty solid laps. The time's dropping off from our leadies hardly whatsoever. We're 55 laps in with 46 to go, and we've maybe lost 3 to 4 tenths of time on these tires. So looks like these boys are going to be set to go to the finish. I don't see any need for a pit stop unless we get a caution flag. It'll be interesting to see if we do get a caution flag, what kind of strategy these guys will play at this time of the race. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we have a blown motor on the racetrack. He's able to dip down into the pits to stay off the racing line for these guys to keep moving around. Looks like right now we are... Next car is set to be attacked for a lap down will be the 91 of Jason Alverson. If that happens, or when that happens, that'll leave us just 10 cars on the lead lap in this long green flag 61 lap run we've had so far. Pretty solid battle going on right now between the 00 of Stephen Matthews and the 15 of Mike Alexander. These guys are battling hard for this top position in this racetrack. Looks like 15 got held up a little bit by some lap traffic. Looks like there's a car right in front of him, the number 1 of Ryan Messer. There's a little bit of connection. You see his car blinking in and out here and there, so that might cause some a little bit of distress for these two leading cars as they're coming around trying to put him a lap down. Going back, taking a look at this run right now in the 24 of Jake Goodwin. He's currently started this race in 5th position. He's moved his way up to 4th. He's now starting to challenge Matthew Barkhouse for that 3rd place position to see if he can't get by him as he moves to the high side. Another big mover. We had a couple decent-sized movers tonight. Jason Halverson, he is currently 1 lap down in the 91. That being said, though, he has started this race in 17th and has moved his way up to the 11th place position. One of the guys we see falling off right now is Ricky Arbo. Looks like he must come down pit road because he's given up 4th position. He's now gone 1 lap down into 11th. Another big mover, we talked about him earlier, the 79 and Mark J. White. He's moved his way up into the top 10. He's fighting for that 8th place position right now. He is right behind the 13 of David Cassidy, who's in 7th, who started in 7th, started the race in 7th, so he has been able to hold his position the entire race. Right now, the 24 is underneath of Matthew Barkhouse, and he is able to make that pass coming across the start-finish line. That will give him the 3rd place position as these laps start to wind down. We will have 31 to go next time by. Still a pretty good battle going on back here. It looks like the 24 has been able to open up a little bit of distance on the 26th, Matthew Barkhouse. He's got a little bit of work to do to get up between the 2 leaders of Mike Alexander and Stephen Matthews, as those guys keep battling bumper to bumper, lap after lap with this race. So we've got about 27 to go next time by. It'll be interesting to see if these guys can hang on to their equipment or if there's anybody back there who saved their tires enough that they can get back and go after these guys. If you're new to watching the Maritime iRacing League here on No Brakes TV, these guys primarily run short track races. They generally run once every other week, or sometimes they'll run 2 weeks consecutive or 3 weeks consecutive. Super group of guys. Very easy to work with and work for calling these races. They're all totally respectful drivers of each other. You've never seen any kind of problems at all with these guys on the racetrack. So a lot of these guys are also in the summertime dirt racers or racers normally. So they run their real cars when they get a chance in the summertime, and here in the winter they like to come into iRacing and have a lot of fun. But they do put on one heck of a show, that's for sure. Week in, week out, we've always got some exciting racing going on right now, just like you see the leaders that have been able to get by the number 1. So it's just those two. They put a decent little gap on the 3rd place car of Jake Goodwin. He's 1.9 seconds back. Those guys are bumper to bumper, the 15 of Alexander and the 00 of Stephen Matthews. Just informed, I misspoke, ladies and gentlemen. None of these guys run on the dirt in the summers. They're all asphalt drivers, so they're used to these short track runs and long runs in this competitive, close environment. So we're obviously seeing that now as these guys are able to run pretty solid laps. We see this, we're down to 21 laps to go this time by. We currently have 9 cars remaining on the lead lap. First car 1 lap down is a 61 of Ricky Arbo. I think he was able to come in and pit and pick up some fresh tires and been able to make up some headway going back through the field. We'll see if he's able to catch and drive past these leaders to get his lap back. Looks like right now he's working on the 4th place position of Matthew Barkhouse, trying to get by him with his fresh tires. As we move up back towards the front, those guys are still battling hard up there for the position. Looks like the 15 and the 00 have just resigned to riding bumper to bumper and getting through this lap traffic however they can. These slower cars that they're running in right now is going to open the door for the 24 to close that gap a little bit on them that he lost earlier. So right now they're stacked side by side, fighting behind a couple of lap cars. They're going to have to really find their way through. They're going to have to shoot the gap right now as they're 3 wide coming out of turn 2 going on the backstretch. Next car in the lead lap, it's Kyle Boudreau in the number 64. So the leaders go by him. He will now become the first car 1 lap down. So if there is a caution, he will be the benefactor of the lucky dog. Right now, as we go by the start-finish line with just 15 laps to go, it looks like this is the 15 and 00 show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. These boys have been pretty solid racers week in, week out. Both of them trade and win. I think both these guys have each gotten one win tonight so far in the league this season. And they're putting on one heck of a show again tonight. It'll be interesting to see how the 00 is going to find a way to get by the 15. Is he going to be able to do it clean? Or is he going to have to get him a little loose or give him a little bump, let him know he's there on the exit of quarter like he just did right there to let him know, hey, I'm ready to start trying to go by. These laps wind down. Next time by, ladies and gentlemen, we will have 11 to go as the 00 of Matthews. Stephen Matthews tries to get his nose under the left rear fender of the 15 of Jason Alexander, but Mike Alexander, excuse me, he's able to get a huge run off of turn 4. Coming out of turn 2, he gets to the high side and the straight dives are into turn 3. He's maintaining a pretty sharp little one-car length lead right now on Stephen Matthews. So Stephen Matthews is finding ways to get by, trying to make it happen. As these laps start to calm down, we are 10 to go. Next time by, 9 to go. Inside of 10 laps to go here in this race. It's the 24. Well, these are bad on. He's been able to get by a couple lap cars. That's Jake Goodwin, who's been moving up faster and faster while these guys are charting to battle. So it'll be interesting to see if Jake in the 24 wants to be a part of this battle for the lead here in the next couple laps. This has been one quick race. It's just click by lap after lap, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say a big thank you to Wholesale Direct Used Cars, sponsoring this race tonight, the 100 laps here at Five Flags Speedway. Can't thank them enough for being on board. Sponsor the race. Also, when you have a chance, take a look at the No Brakes TV Facebook page. You've also saw a little advertisement on there. Something else we're doing new too. Is the giveaway zone. So go check that out right now. We are giving away the opportunity to win an Oculus Rift setup. So if you get a chance, go to our Facebook page. The Facebook page is the giveaway zone. Check it out when you get a chance. Right now, we've got one heck of a battle coming in. We're going to have 5 to go as the leaders. First 1 through 3rd place cars are all running bumper to bumper as the 00 makes a move and dives down to the bottom going into turn 1. He's able to hold it on the exit of turn 2. We'll see if he's able to hang on. Coming out of turn 3, he's on the bottom. The 24 is giving the 15 a little bit of a nudge. See if the 15 can get a run off. And our leader, again, is the 00, Stephen Matthews, followed by Mike Alexander, and close behind Jake Goodwin. Going to be interesting to see how this race wraps up. All 3 of these drivers have been extremely fast all night long. They're dealing with lap cars with inside of 5 laps to go, so they're going to have to find a place to get by. Who's it going to be tonight? Your guess is as good as ours right now. It looks like the 00 is able to pull off a little bit of a lead coming out of the exit of turn 2 as we go by 2 laps to go next time by. 15 and 24 are going to have a little bit of work to do to get up there and see if they can't get that 00 a little loose, try to get by him. But right now the 00 is moving away. We come out of turn 4. Coming back to the green, the checkered flag, we'll have the white flag. 1 lap to go, ladies and gentlemen. Our current leader, the 00 of Stephen Matthews, followed by Mike Alexander, and the 24, Jake Goodwin. Coming on turn 4, and it will be your winner for this evening, the 00 of Stephen Matthews. Congratulations to him and his race team on that win tonight here at Five Flags Speedway in the Wholesale Direct Used Cars 100. Finishing in 2nd position will be the number 15 of Mike Alexander. 24, Jake Goodwin finishes 3rd. 26 of Matthew Barkhouse, another strong finish after winning his first race last week in the MIRL. He finishes 4th. Keith Mack in the 22nd, one heck of a run for him, starting this race in 9th, moving and finishing in the top 5. Congratulations, Keith Mack. David Cassidy, the number 13, finishes 7th. John Fitzpatrick in the 78 finishes 8th. 79 of Mark White finishes 9th. 8th. Ricky Arbo finishes 9th. Kyle Boudreau 10th, 1 lap down. Jason Halverson 11th, 1 lap down. Doug Hubley, Carson Obe, Sam Rogers, and Ryan Messer round out your top 15. 16th is 99 of Martin Landry, followed by David Morgan in the 16, the 32 of Ashton Tucker, Danny Chisholm in the 87, Sean Gayton in 89, and the number 18 of Jay in Langville finishes 21st. 22nd will be Robert Henry in the 21, and Don Steves in the 01 rings it up and rounds out the 23rd place finish tonight. Pretty exciting race here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see what I can do to possibly pick up anybody to get them into an interview if we have the opportunity here. Give me one moment. I'm going to try to track down one of our top finishers if I can. Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't been able to catch up with the top 3 finishers tonight, but we do have the number 79, driven by Mark White here. He finishes in 8th position tonight. Mark, pretty good run. Appreciate you joining us up here in the booth for an interview. What did you see out there on the track?
Oh, that was pretty good. It was a little confusing at first with the no yellows, but for the most part, I was running fairly good. Ashton and I were running really tight, through a lot of positions, and then I got a little bit on him there and took it a little too hard and tapped him there, so I do apologize for him for ruining his race. I really didn't want to take him out, so if you're listening to Ashton, sorry for that. And then basically Dave Cassidy came together at the end a little better, so he got the pass and stayed up front in front of us, and made a little error the last couple of laps to go, and 78, which John, he was able to take my position and win for 7th, I think he got. It was a good race. It was nice running, consistent. Too bad the cautions didn't work out, though.
Yeah, it looked like as I was watching, I could only see really one incident where it would have really had a caution, or was a car that spun down towards the bottom on the raceway. But, you know, those things happen sometimes in these short tracks, that's for sure. Anybody you want to thank out there? Any sponsors or anybody like that?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Seth for coming out and supporting the league and doing admin work, and Ricky for putting this on, and everybody that showed up and race. And apologies go out to Ashton there. So thanks for having us, and also want to thank No Breaks for doing the broadcasting. Perfect. It was good. We'll see you next week.
All right. Looking forward to it, Mark. Have a great week, and we will talk to you soon. Again, thanks for joining us up here, and good job on the top 10.
Take care.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mark White, our 8th place finishing rig tonight in the number 79. Looks like he, in talking to him, he had gotten into the 32 a little bit. Issued his apologies there. Pretty class act, if I do say it by myself, for Mark White. But that's going to wrap it up for us tonight here at the Wholesale Direct Used Cars 100 from Five Flags. These guys put on one heck of a show. Go check out their Maritime iRacing League Facebook page. They'll usually post the points and the winners up there for these races in the league. That being said, My name is Tom Vanas. I'm with No Brakes TV. Big thank you to the sponsors of the MIRL up there. Obviously, Wholesale Direct Used Cars. Go check them out when you get a chance. And New Beginnings Vape. So that being said, we're going to get out of here for the evening. We thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions or any kind of feedback you can give to us, would be greatly appreciated. We will see you guys next week with the Maritime iRacing League. Don't forget to go out, take a look, and like our Facebook page, nobrakes.tv. And if you can, like and subscribe to our No Brakes TV channel for Tom Jenks up in the booth. I am Tom Vanas. Have an excellent evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in.